Alhamdulillah, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. May peace and blessings be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What if something extraordinary were happening right now while the world goes on as usual? What if, while people are busy with their routines, something magnificent is unfolding above them? Imagine this for a moment. Imagine that the sky above the earth is opening in a way that the human eye cannot see. Imagine countless beings descending from the heavens, not a few, not hundreds, but numbers so vast that no human mind could ever count them. Imagine them filling the space between the sky and the earth. They descend carrying peace. They descend carrying mercy. They descend with records in which the actions of human beings are written. And somewhere among those records, your worship is being written too. Your prayer, your whisper of remembrance, your quiet moment of reflection, your tear, your hope, all of it being recorded. This might sound like something beyond imagination, but this is not imagination. This is the reality of the nights we are living in right now, because the final nights of the fasting month have already begun. These nights are unlike any other nights in the entire year. They are nights that the final messenger of God prepared for more seriously than any other nights. They are nights when sincere believers increase their devotion. They pray longer. They read the sacred book more deeply. They raise their hands in supplication again and again. They do this because hidden among these nights is one night so powerful that it can transform a person's destiny. A single night, a single moment, a single opportunity that can outweigh an entire lifetime. But there is a reality that many people do not realize. These nights are already passing. While we talk about them, while we think about them, while we plan what we might do, another night quietly slips away. Some people will reach the end of the month without realizing that the greatest night of the entire year may have already passed them by. They will look back and realize that the opportunity was there, but they were distracted. That is why it is important to pause and reflect deeply on what these nights truly mean. Because when a person truly understands their significance, the heart begins to experience them differently. The night no longer feels ordinary. Every moment becomes valuable. Every breath feels meaningful. Every whisper of prayer carries weight. Tonight we will step back and reflect. We will try to understand what might be happening in the unseen world during these nights. We will reflect on why this night holds such a powerful position in faith. And most importantly, we will think about how we can approach the remaining nights so that we do not allow this opportunity to slip away. Take a moment now, pause, and imagine something. Imagine that for just a few seconds you were allowed to see what normally remains hidden from human sight. Imagine looking up at the sky tonight, but instead of seeing an empty sky, you see movement. You see the heavens opening. You see countless beings descending toward the earth. The sky is alive with their presence. They descend peacefully, quietly, purposefully. Some of them carry records. Some of them carry commands. Some of them carry mercy that spreads across the earth. And they are all moving with purpose. They descend to witness the devotion of those who turn toward their Creator tonight. They descend to record every act of worship, every prayer, every verse recited, every sincere word spoken. All of it being written. Now imagine this happening while the world continues normally. Cars still drive through the streets. People still scroll through their phones. Some people sleep peacefully. Some people laugh. Some people argue. Some people remain completely distracted, and yet above them something extraordinary is taking place. The heavens are active, the sky is filled with movement, the earth is being surrounded by mercy, but most people have no idea. And this is the reality of the nights we are living in right now. To understand how real this unseen world is, consider something that happened during the lifetime of the final messenger. One day he was leading his companions in prayer. The group stood behind him quietly. They followed every movement of the prayer. They bowed when he bowed. They stood when he stood. They moved together in calm devotion. During the prayer, one of the companions said a beautiful statement of praise. It was a simple sentence, a few words spoken sincerely from the heart. After the prayer ended, the messenger turned to the people and asked a question. He said, "Who was the one who said those words during the prayer?" For a moment there was silence. Then one of the companions spoke. He said, "It was me." The messenger then said something remarkable. He said that he saw more than 30 heavenly beings rushing down, each one of them competing with the others to see who would record those words first. Think about that moment. 30 heavenly beings descending just to write one sentence of praise. 30 of them competing to record it. Why? Because those words were sincere, they were spoken with presence, they came from a heart that was awake. Now pause and reflect on something. If 30 of these heavenly beings descend just to record a single sentence spoken by a believer, then imagine what the scene must look like on the most powerful night of the year. Imagine the sky filled with them. Imagine their numbers beyond imagination. Imagine them filling every space between the heavens and the earth. They descend to witness devotion. They descend to record prayer. They descend to record every verse recited. They descend to record every tear that falls from a heart returning to its creator. And while this is happening, something even greater is taking place. The events of the coming year are being distributed. Provision, life, death, moments that will unfold across the world in the next year, all of it moving according to divine wisdom. Commands are passed, responsibilities are given. Plans for the coming year begin their journey toward reality, and yet most people living through this night never realize what is happening. To them, the night feels ordinary, nothing seems different. The sky looks the same. The streets look the same. The world continues exactly as it did the night before. But the believer knows something different. The believer understands that this night is not ordinary. Something extraordinary is happening beyond the veil of human sight. And if we could see what is truly happening above us tonight, our hearts would never allow us to waste even a single moment. There is a powerful moment in the sacred book where the Creator asks a question. The question is simple, but it carries incredible depth. The verse says, "What will make you understand what this night truly is?" Pause for a moment. Reflect on that question. The Creator is asking humanity something, not because He needs an answer, but because the question forces us to think. It forces us to realize something. It is as if the message is saying, if only you knew. If only you understood, if only you could see what happens during this night, if only you could witness the mercy that descends, if only you could see the heavens opening, if only you could see the records being written, then you would never treat this night as ordinary again. Your mind cannot fully grasp it. Your eyes cannot fully see it. Your imagination cannot fully capture it. If the Creator had not informed humanity about this night, we would have never known it even existed. Think about that. Millions of people around the world are living through these nights right now. Cities are awake. Lights shine through buildings. People are talking, working, scrolling through their phones, watching entertainment, laughing with friends. But many of them have no idea that among the nights of this month, there exists one night unlike any other night in history. A night when the heavens open, a night when mercy spreads across the earth, a night when forgiveness becomes incredibly close. And yet, if someone does not know about it, it simply looks like another night. Nothing appears different. The sky still looks the same. The streets remain busy. The world continues its routines, but the believer experiences it differently. Because once a person understands what might be happening in the unseen world, the heart cannot remain careless, and every moment becomes precious. Every act of devotion becomes meaningful. Every whisper of prayer becomes powerful, because this might be the night when everything changes. Once a person begins to understand how extraordinary this night is, another question naturally appears in the heart. Why does this night carry such a powerful name? Why was it given a name that suggests destiny, honor, and immense significance? Scholars have reflected deeply on this question for centuries. They explain that the name of this night contains several layers of meaning. Each meaning reveals something profound, and when all of these meanings are combined together, the greatness of this night becomes even clearer. The first meaning relates to destiny. During this night, the events that will unfold during the coming year begin their descent from the heavens. Matters that will take place across the world are assigned and distributed according to divine wisdom. Provision for people, moments of joy, moments of difficulty, moments of joy, moments of life, moments when life will come to an end. All of these matters already exist within the complete knowledge of the Creator. Nothing is unknown to Him. Nothing surprises Him. Nothing escapes His awareness. Yet during this night, the plans that exist within divine knowledge begin their journey toward reality. Heavenly beings receive their instructions, they are entrusted with responsibilities, and the events that will shape the coming year quietly begin to move toward the world. Imagine that moment. Above us, the unseen world is alive with activity. Instructions are being delivered, records are being prepared. Events that will touch millions of lives are beginning their path toward existence. This is one reason the night carries its powerful name. because it is the night when the destiny of the coming year begins its descent. But there is another meaning as well, another layer of significance. The name of this night also reflects honor. In the language of the scholars, when someone possesses great honor, it means they carry dignity and importance. It means they hold a special status. And in the same way, this night holds a position of immense honor among all nights of the year. Just as certain places in the world carry special significance, just as certain moments in history carry greater meaning, this night stands above all other nights. It is honored, it is elevated, it is chosen among all the nights of the year. This one carries a weight that cannot be compared. There is also another meaning hidden within its name. This night is not only honored in itself, it is also a night that raises the honor of those who spend it in sincere devotion. A person may enter this night carrying mistakes, regret, weakness, distance from their creator. But if they spend the night with sincerity, if they turn back with humility, if they pray with a heart that is truly awake, they may leave the night completely transformed. Their record may be cleansed. Their status may be elevated. Their relationship with their creator may become stronger than it has ever been before. And this is why the righteous people of the past approached these nights with such seriousness. They understood something that many people forget. A single night can change everything. Another meaning connected to this night is the extraordinary value of the actions performed within it. During most nights of the year, good actions carry reward. Prayer carries reward. Reading sacred scripture carries reward. Helping others carries reward. But during this night, something remarkable happens. The value of actions increases beyond imagination. A single moment of sincere devotion becomes heavier in the scale. As then actions performed across many years. Think about that. A prayer offered during this night may carry more value than prayers performed during thousands of ordinary nights. A few minutes of remembrance may outweigh years of worship. A sincere whisper of prayer may carry a reward that no human calculation could measure. This is why scholars describe this night as an opportunity unlike anything else in life. It is a door that opens only once each year. And when that door opens, even the smallest action becomes incredibly powerful. A single verse read with reflection becomes precious. A single tear becomes meaningful. A single moment of sincerity becomes life-changing. This is why the wise believers treat every one of these final nights as if it might be the one. Because no one knows which night carries this extraordinary reward. It could be tonight, it could be tomorrow night, it could arrive quietly when no one expects it. And so the believer approaches each night with dedication. They pray, they reflect, they remember their creator. They raise their hands in prayer again and again, not because they know exactly which night it is, but because they do not want to risk missing it. Among all the reasons this night carries such greatness, one stands above everything else. One moment that forever changed the history of humanity. This night is the night when the final divine message began its descent to earth. Think about that moment carefully. The creator of the universe chose a specific time to deliver his final guidance to humanity. A message that would illuminate the path for generations, a message that would guide hearts across centuries. A message that would guide hearts across centuries, a message that would bring light into a world filled with confusion and darkness. And the moment when that message began was this night. Consider the remarkable connection of greatness. That moment, the greatest Lord chose to send the message. The most honored heavenly messenger delivered it. The greatest human being received it. The most powerful book of guidance began its revelation, and all of this occurred during the most blessed month of the year. Within the most extraordinary night of that month, everything connected to that moment carries honor. The one who revealed the message, the messenger who carried it, the human being who received it, the human being who received it, the message itself, the month it was revealed in. This is why the fasting month itself holds such importance, because it is the month when divine guidance entered the world. And this night holds even greater significance because it marks the beginning of that moment. But there is also a lesson hidden here. The sacred message is not meant to be remembered only during this month. The month became special because of the message, which means the message should remain central in our lives throughout the entire year. This night reminds us not only to increase devotion, it also reminds us to reconnect with the guidance that transformed the world. One of the most fascinating aspects of this night is that it exists between two worlds, the world we can see and the world we cannot. much of what happens during this night takes place beyond human perception. The plans for the coming year begin their descent. Heavenly beings receive their responsibilities. Events begin moving toward reality. All of this unfolds within the unseen realm. But another part of this night touches the human heart. Even though we cannot see what is happening above us, many believers feel something different during these nights. They feel a calmness that is difficult to explain. They feel peace settling within their hearts. They feel closer to their Creator. The sacred bow, feels more powerful when it is read. Prayer feels deeper. Supplication feels more sincere. It is as if the heart recognizes that something extraordinary is happening, even though the eyes cannot see it. This is part of the beauty of this night, that it is a moment when the unseen world and the human world draw closer together. Mercy spreads across the earth. Heavenly beings descend, and the believers who stand in prayer become part of something far greater than what their eyes can perceive. There is something deeply striking about this night, despite how extraordinary it is, despite the immense mercy that surrounds it, despite the incredible reward hidden within it. Most people living through it will never truly realize what is happening. Think about that for a moment. Across the world tonight, millions of people are awake. Cities glow with lights. Cars move through the streets. Conversations fill homes and gatherings. Some people are laughing with friends. Some people are watching entertainment. Some people are scrolling endlessly through their phones. Some people are sleeping peacefully, unaware that anything unusual is happening. To them, this night feels exactly like every other night of the year. The sky looks the same. The air feels the same. The world continues its routine. Nothing appears extraordinary. Yet behind the veil of what we can see, something remarkable is taking place. The unseen world is alive with activity. Mercy is descending. Records are being written. Moments that may shape the coming year are unfolding quietly, and yet most people pass through these hours without ever realizing their significance. This is part of the wisdom behind why the exact night is hidden. If the exact date were known with certainty, many people would only focus on that single night. They might ignore the others. But because it is hidden, among several nights, sincere believers approach each one with hope. Each night becomes an opportunity. Each sunset brings anticipation. Each evening carries the possibility that this might be the night that changes everything. This hidden nature also reveals something important about the human heart. True devotion is not only about responding when something is obvious. True devotion is about seeking the Creator even when the reward is unseen. It is about choosing remembrance over distraction. It is about choosing prayer over comfort. It is about choosing reflection over forgetfulness. The believer does not wait for visible signs. The believer acts with trust. They pray knowing that even if their eyes cannot see the unseen world, their actions are still being recorded. They raise their hands knowing that even if the sky looks silent, their words are heard. They stand in devotion knowing that the night they are experiencing may be more valuable than a lifetime. To truly understand the importance of these nights, it is helpful to look at how the final messenger himself approached them. His life provides a powerful example. Throughout the year, he lived with devotion, sincerity, and remembrance. But when the final nights of the fasting month arrived, something changed. His dedication intensified. Those who lived with him noticed the difference. They described that when these nights began, his routine transformed. He devoted himself even more deeply to worship. He spent longer hours standing in prayer. He increased his remembrance. He spent more time reflecting upon the sacred message. And he encouraged his family to participate as well. He did not keep the opportunity to himself. He woke his loved ones so they too could benefit from these nights. This detail reveals something very important. Spiritual opportunities are not meant to be experienced, said alone. They are meant to be shared. Families awaken together. Communities gather together. Hearts turn toward their Creator together. Another powerful description tells us that during these nights, he prepared himself with seriousness. He approached them with focus and determination, not casually, not lazily, but with intention, because he understood something that many people forget. Opportunities like this are limited. These nights appear only once each year, and none of us know how many more years we will live. A person may assume they will experience many more months of fasting in their lifetime, but life is uncertain. Time moves quickly, and sometimes opportunities appear only once. This realization transforms the way a person experiences these nights. Instead of treating them as routine, they begin to treat them as precious. Instead of delaying devotion, they begin to embrace it. Instead of assuming there will always be another chance, they begin to value the moment they have right now. Many people think that the purpose of these nights is simply to perform more actions, to pray more, to read more. While these actions are valuable, the deeper purpose lies beyond the actions themselves. These nights are about awakening the heart, because devotion without a present heart can become routine. Words can be spoken without reflection. Actions can be performed without sincerity. But when the heart awakens, everything changes. Prayer becomes personal. Words of remembrance feel meaningful. Supplication becomes honest. A person begins to speak to their Creator with sincerity instead of habit. They begin to reflect on their life. They think about their choices. They think about their mistakes. They think about the path they are walking. And in those quiet moments of reflection, something beautiful happens. Heart begins to soften. It begins to recognize its need for guidance. It begins to recognize its dependence on mercy. These nights create space for that transformation. They slow the rhythm of life. They invite the believer to step away from distractions. They invite the heart to return to its source. And when a heart truly returns with sincerity, even a single night can change the direction of an entire life. There is something deeply powerful about moments of sincerity. A person may spend years struggling, years making mistakes, years feeling distant from their Creator. They may carry regret for choices they wish they had never made. They may feel overwhelmed by their past. They may feel as though their path has been filled with failure. But then one night arrives, a quiet night. A night when the world is silent, a night when the heart finally opens. And in that moment, the person turns back to their Creator with complete honesty. They raise their hands, they speak with humility, they admit their mistakes, they ask for forgiveness, they ask for guidance. And tears fall in that moment. Something profound happens. Because the mercy of the Creator is far greater than the mistakes of any human being. Sometimes people believe their past is too heavy. They believe they have gone too far. They believe their mistakes are too many, but divine mercy is greater than all of it. These nights are an invitation to begin again, an invitation to release the weight of the past, an invitation to return with sincerity. And when someone returns with sincerity, their story can change completely. A person may enter the night carrying regret, but they may leave the night carrying hope. They may enter feeling distant, but they may leave feeling close. They may enter uncertain about their future, but they may leave with clarity. It is why these nights are not only about reward, they are about transformation. They are about becoming a different person than the one who entered the night. While we reflect on these powerful realities, something important is happening. Time is moving. These nights are already passing. Each sunset marks the beginning of another opportunity. Each sunrise marks the end of another chance. And with every passing night, the window of opportunity becomes smaller. Some people will reach the end of this month and look back with regret. They will realize that the greatest nights of the year came and went while they were distracted. They will remember the hours they spent on things that did not matter. They will wish they had valued the nights differently, but the believer approaches these nights with awareness. They understand that one of these nights may hold a reward beyond imagination. And because of that possibility, they increase their devotion, they pray with sincerity, they read the sacred message with reflection. They raise their hands in supplication again and again, not because they know which night it is, but because they refuse to miss it. They refuse to allow the opportunity to slip away unnoticed. They approach each night with hope, because perhaps tonight is the night that will be written in their record as the moment that changed everything.